Okay, guys, so it is in the 40s in Miami. Yes, this doesn't happen very often, but I have to say I am loving, loving, loving it. It is Saturday, it is cold out, at least colder for Miami, of course. And I was like, today feels like a day for comfort food, right? Something warm, soup. Like, I was contemplating chili. Maybe I should make some chili, but I was like, you know what? Let me make some pot. Let me make a pot. I can speak. Let me make a pot of asopao de pollo. And for those of you guys that know what that is, it is super comforting, especially for weather like this. It is basically Puerto Rican chicken soup, but it is on the thicker side. It has chicken and potatoes and rice, and olives, and it is super yummy with a side of tostones and some really good bread on the side, maybe some aguacate. I don't have any aguacate that's ripe, but some aguacate would have just taken it to the next level. But yeah, that's what we're making. So if you guys want to see how to put a super quick and easy asopado de pollo together, just keep on watching. All right, so here are our ingredients. We have a whole chopped up chicken. We have our potatoes, an onion. We have our sofrito, our rice, our cilantro, some sazon and jamoncito. And we have al caldero boiling with some water. And we're gonna go ahead and salt our water. And this is probably the easiest Puerto Rican soup that you can make. You can make this in no time. So I'm gonna take a whole onion, and I'm just gonna put it in the pot and remove it once it gets soft. And I already cleaned my chicken, and I allowed to put the whole everything of the chicken, including the back of the chicken, just because I really want to flavor the broth. Right, we're not using chicken broth. This is going to be our chicken broth, right? We're making our chicken broth. So all pieces of the chicken is going to be there, and then we'll remove whatever we don't want. So if you don't like the back of the chicken in your soup, or the neck, or whatever, you can always remove it once the chicken broth is done. So as we see here, I'm going to remove all the impurities and just skim the top. Skim all the impurities, the oil that floated to the top, all of that stuff. Now we're gonna take our sofrito, and this is really what's gonna flavor your soup. So I'm gonna put about 3 heaping spoons of sofrito, because again, this is what's flavoring your soup. I'm not gonna put I'm not gonna put adobo, I'm not gonna put garlic powder, no. The sofrito is what's gonna flavor our soup. So I'm gonna remove that onion because it's super soft at this point and it's already done its job. And I'm gonna add a little bit more sofrito. Again, it's a lot of sofrito, but again, this is what's really going to be the base of your soup. And as you see here, it's a pretty big pot. So now we're going to add our sazon and some jamoncito. Now I'm going to take some olives, some aceitunas. You can add some of the brine of the olives in your soup if you like. I don't, but you can. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take a can of tomato sauce. 1 can, an 8-ounce can should be more than enough. Is it an 8-ounce can or a 4-ounce can? I think it's an 8-ounce can. It's a 6-ounce. Anyway, you saw what it was in the beginning. Now we're gonna go ahead and add some black pepper to this. I did add a little bit more water, and you're gonna notice that with this soup, especially when you add the rice, you may have to add more water because the rice really thickens up the soup. Forgive my dog for barking. And I'm gonna just add some fresh cilantro. As you guys know, the sofrito has cilantro, but I always love adding fresh cilantro or culantro to my soup, whether I'm making sopa de fideo or asopao or sopa de plátano. I always add some fresh cilantro or culantro. Now I'm gonna just go ahead and wash off my rice. So I added about 1.25 cups of rice. And as you see, you're gonna see later on in the video, it's really going to just expand and really fill up that whole pot of soup with rice. So we're gonna just add that 1.25 cups of rice that's been washed. I'm just gonna try it, and it has plenty of salt, so I'm not gonna add any more salt. I'm just gonna add some black pepper. And I'm going to just partially cover my pot of soup, and it's about on medium to high heat. I'm already frying my tostones on the side. Now you can see here that the rice is starting to puff. So here's where we're gonna start adding our potatoes. I didn't add it earlier because by the time the soup is done, our potatoes will probably break apart in the soup, and we don't want that. So I'm gonna go ahead, now that our rice is starting to puff, I'm gonna add our diced up potatoes. And again, just partially cover the pot. You can see now it is super thick. Again, if you want more liquid, with more broth, you can add more water to it and allow it to cook a little bit more. But I love my asopao de pollo super thick. So I'm gonna just serve myself a plate. Couple pieces of meat, or I should say chicken. And there you have it, with a side of tostones and some yummy bread. Yum. All right, guys. So here's the taste test. Let's see how this is. Yep. My great grandma will be proud. Take some tostones and dip it in that caldo. Like that. Bomb. The bomb. Can't ask for anything better than this.